Today I'm going to be playing some aggro Outcast Demon Hunter, but before that I just want to mention that I am going to upload a 2-hour VOD of playing this deck to my VOD channel, so go subscribe to that so I can monetize it if you're interested. So the engine for this deck is going to be the Wretched Exile, a 2-mana minion that says every time you play an Outcast card you add another Outcast card to your hand, so theoretically some infinite value from this card. And for more value, we've also got the legendary minion Feller in the Forgotten. This adds an Outcast card to either side of your hand, so they're immediately outcastable, and they cost 2 less, so pretty easy to play as well. For a payoff card, we've got the Vengeful Walloper, a 5/5 with Rush that costs 1 less for each Outcast card you've played this game. Not too hard to discount this down to a more reasonable price, especially with the Exile. And finally, we get a very solid 1-drop with the Fierce Outsider, a 1-mana 2/1 with Rush, which is already pretty decent, and then it makes your next Outcast card cost 1 less, so potentially a 0-mana 2/1 with Rush. I did have an Outcast card in the Outcast position, but Glavesmith isn't really a keep. Pretty bad hand. Maybe I just play Corvus. Probably dies, but it also kind of demands a response. And if they don't have the response, I've got Fury plus Spectral Sight next turn, I guess. Oh, that's weak. Let's go, Corvus. Do I even care about this 2/2? Probably do this early in the game. Good old chill Fallen Baron. Oh, a Wretched Exile. Kinda want to play this guy. See if we can get a little bit of snowball going with the Battle-Worn Vanguard. I do have next turn Glavesmith Wayward Sage. Kind of awkward with Predation being the next leftmost card. Oh, a face shot. That's not what the opponent wanted. Alright, worked out for him, I guess. Might just be Spectral Sight, Glavesmith. It's hard to get an honorable kill with Glaive here. So let's just whack him. Oh, I did pick up Slither Spear for Predation. That's pretty good. So maybe next turn is Slither Spear, Predation, Exile, Wayward Sage? I don't know. It's not the best looking Exile. Maybe I just top deck something better to spend my mana on, and then we can Exile on a following turn. Or maybe it's just like... Maybe I play Corvus next turn. That probably makes the most sense. Face. Darn. That's fine though. Another Slither Spear. I think I'm just playing everything. Oh, the face shot is probably unfortunate for them, because there's no way for them to have a Frostrim's Fury this turn. I now have 0 Outcast cards for Wretched Exile, but, oh, they can actually play Frostrim's Fury now. How exciting. I now have 0 Outcast cards for Wretched Exile. It's just astonishing to me how bad this video game is.
It is our time to step out of the shadows.
Wow. Okay, never mind. This is the best video game I've ever played. What a good video game.
Child's play.
What a shit video game. Don't even have board space to abuse Corvus. I thought about playing this just to get the card, but then this isn't active, so probably just start with this. What a good video game.
Child's play.
I don't think it's possible for my opponent to have another Frostworm's Fury here.
My frost will splinter your flesh.
Corvus, Fierce Outsider, Corvus, Fierce Outsider, Corvus is 8 mana, right? So even if I get cleared here, I should have lethal. What a stressful game. Mage. Right, the last mage I played against high rolled me with Deathborn, which was very sad. Wow, what an interesting hand I have here. I don't think I keep Corvus, definitely more of a late game card. Glaive is probably pretty good against aggro mage. Slither Spear is obviously good on 1. Wretched Exile. Probably not really a keep. Oh, Fellerin. The Arcane Worm. I could weapon coin hero power to kill that. Kind of terrible. The only reason I would want to do that is that if I play Slither Spear, they can just value trade with an Arcane Bolt, but I guess that's not that big a deal. I can just kill it next turn with Glaive, and they're probably wasting their turn if they have to cast Arcane Bolt. So I don't think I mind it too much. I also want to save coin for Fellerin, I think. What an interesting play from my opponent. Why don't you just bolt if that's your play? I think I care more about having the weapon charge than immediately dealing 1 damage. Oh. Holding the Arcane Bolt makes so much sense now. Do I want to coin Fellerin? If I don't play Wayward Sage here, she's probably pretty hard to play. Could just go like Sage, Glavesmith.
If 3 rights make a land.
Seems decent enough. Not really sure if I like giving my opponent 2 minions to target with spells, but it's probably fine. Oh. Well, that's kind of annoying as well.
It is our time to step out of the shadows.
Sure.
They will never catch me.
Slither Spear is definitely better for board here. But if I don't play this, it might be hard to play.
I grow impatient. Who's hiding now?
I think I like this. Maybe next turn is like Glavesmith, Spirit, Slither Spear.
My powers are never truly
Oh, Egwin. I don't think I can wallop that, but I can honorably kill it. I guess I can wallop it, but honorably killing it's better. Wonder how scary Egwin is in that deck. I'm sure they play another Arcane Worm and probably a couple multicasters, a couple Arc Splitters. But they shouldn't be that minion heavy, so it's not like they're going to have Egwin every turn. Yeah, there's a cold case off the top. Insane draw. Stheno. I don't think this is a great Stheno.
Anyone order a ghoul to the face? We are Fellblood. Gotta go. That's your blade.
Alright, opponent's at 5. If they clear my board, my hand is kind of bad, I will admit. But if I pick up just like Predation, my opponent's dead. Or Fury. Maybe Spectral Sight. Second Fire Sale sure is strong. That's a bad card. The opponent is only at 4, but they can have Ice Barrier, they can have Solid Alibi. I think at this health total, Solid Alibi probably doesn't help too much. But if they full clear my board, maybe it will. Wow, that card is just in my opponent's deck. Interesting. Alright, that's a good draw. I think I get 2 discounts on Stheno here, right? Sure. I was, kinda hoping I would hit another spell there, but I do think most of the Outcast cards are minions. But I could've hit Spectral Sight, could've hit another Eye Beam. I also just don't think that the Stheno is getting much better at this point, so I think it was a fine play here. Solid Alibi does actually nothing unless they have Ice Barrier. Oh, okay, Cold Case actually does help. Corvus is lethal, right?
What have you sacrificed? Everything.
Bonk.
You have my trust. Dead in the water. Precious mana. What have you sacrificed? Everything.
Bonk. Alright, very nice Corvus draw. There weren't too many cards in my deck that could deal damage twice. Unless I just got lucky with the guy. Alright, haven't played against too much Druid.
Class is in session.
The Legion's rage pales before mine.
If Fierce Outsider is on the other side of my hand, then certainly it would be worth keeping. Like this one. Okay, opponent is playing Ramp Druid. I think both Druids are probably pretty miserable matchups for me. But I have a good start.
Just resting my eyes.
Oh, and Astalor. Next turn is for sure Glaive plus Vanguard. It's a lot of minions.
Just resting my eyes.
It's a lot of Kelp Keepers too, though. Kind of sucks to waste the Outcast on this, but pretty sure the Vanguard play is a lot better. Probably looking for Wild Growth. I don't actually know that I would mind a Wild Growth this turn, because they're under a lot of pressure. Am I playing Astalor? I don't think so. Just whack him. Okay. I mean, this still leaves me with a decent amount of power in play. I feel like taking the 1 extra damage there, when you could have sent a 4/4 into it, is just not good. But perhaps I'm wrong. It's hard to honorably kill this since the Fury got upgraded.
What have you sacrificed? Everything.
Hit him with the Corvus.
You have my trust.
Hit him with the 2/1. And then do I want to play another Corvus? Do I want to do other stuff? It's kind of nice to set up the weapons so I can whack and make bigger demons off Kurtrus next turn. Not sure if the difference between 4/4 and 5/4 matters that much. I'm just pushing damage. I've got Glaive, Fury, Hero Power, Corvus next turn, which is 7. I am expecting my board to be cleared, so maybe that's not super, super good. But I can get Kurtrus online, which makes Corvus a lot stronger. Oh, you're just dead. What is that? They did hit the 50/50, but... Oh, they can Earthen Scales here. Oh, Hero Power, you gotta be dead, right? I've got 4 in play. Okay, well that's definitely gotta be lethal. Not sure if it was before. I actually did need to pick up that damage. Alright, Demon Hunter Mirror. Surely my opponent's also playing Outcast stuff. But realistically, they are probably playing either Quest or Fel or whatever. Dread Prison Glaive is probably not super good in that matchup. Okay, Stheno Predation, I guess. And a quest. There it is. Pretty weak hand, unfortunately. Wow, what a bad draw. I could coin Stheno, but she probably just gets like Fel Barraged or something like that. Maybe I'm looking at turn 4, Stheno coin Predation multi-strike. And turn 5, I would just Spectral Sight into something. Turn 6, Kurtrus. There's the Mark of Scorn. You do always want a hero power before you draw a card. Okay, Slither Spear. I mean, I guess I can just play multi-strike here. Die. I don't really expect multi-strike to have targets, really. And, if I get that out of the way, I can play Spectral Sight next turn, instead of just multi-striking nothing next turn. Seems pretty decent. And also, the Slither Spear is going to deal 4 damage if my opponent doesn't kill it. They did burn their Mark of Scorn, so maybe they don't have 3 damage for a minion. I can only assume my opponent's roping because they have several ways to kill my Slither Spear. Okay, that was a pretty terrible way to deal with it, so maybe they actually had some stuff to think about. Wayward Sage. I don't think the Wayward Sage is good here, but man, it's hard to play outside of this turn. But yeah, I think I would... I think it's not worth it. I guess I could just play it here. But then I miss 2 damage. I like 2 damage. My hand is so expensive for this Wayward Sage, and just in general. Sinful Brand, I guess. I did just take 12 damage from my opponent's combo. God, what a terrible hand. Well, I guess if they have another Warband Sinful Brand combo, I just die. But I can't avoid playing minions forever. Probably have to play other Kurtrus next turn as well. Alright. Decent answer to my 4 health minion. Is that all you've got? Alright, certainly could have been worse. Being at 17 does feel pretty comfortable. Also, my opponent is dead on board if they can't deal with anything. Alright. Not too much out of that Unleash Foe. Although it was good. Oh, 6 mana spent on Predations this game. Opponent can't be too happy about that. Look at all these free cards for my Walloper. I guess I'm just playing Walloper here. No real reason to play the Fury here. Opponent's relatively low on cards. How much damage could they deal to me? They could do another 5 mana, deal 12. Not sure how they would get the other 4 damage for 3 mana though. Bell Barrage wouldn't go face. But I'm also not really in a position to kill my opponent if they just deal with my board. Looks like I'm getting Sinful Branded. What? Why would that go face if you don't have Sinful Brand? Unleash Fel, I guess? No? What? What is my opponent doing? Oh, okay. Fair. Still feel like maybe you should have shot into a minion, but I don't know. Well, my hand is pretty terrible. I need to draw 1 damage to kill the opponent next turn. I do have a lot of cards that deal 1 damage. That was phase 1 of the quest? Wow. And here comes phase 2.
Gifts of the arcane surge within me.
Sure. Keeps them alive more than anything. Oh, Corvus. Oh, wait. That gives me another hero power. Is that lethal? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do have lethal. Nice. Easy 8 damage. And then that was an honorable kill, so another 8 damage.